You hit the nail right on the head, Sherry. This is Victor Callender. Today is the 18th of November 2025, 5:45 a.m. And yeah, anyone who Googles statutory rape will understand it. It is about consent. What makes the the degree of circumstances a violation is under the prescribed age. And under the prescribed age would be under 16 in Barbados. But how can an 8-year old consent to have sex with a grown individual? That's the question that begs to be focused on and to be asked. But again, the legislative process in Barbados is Jurassic um, in its outlook on the facility of law and justice in Barbados without a sexual predators registry. The situation then becomes overarching now that we are trying to have travel between countries in the Caribbean community where sexual predators in Barbados can now have free travel into other people's spaces, into other islands. And, it's like candy in a candy store. And I go back to the members of parliament in Barbados. If the men who we know for the most part are weak and imbecilic, are unable to formulate laws, maybe women who bear children who are in parliament would have the zest and the backbone to help formulate a methodology by way of legislation and by way of sending that legislation to the judiciary to set up a sexual predators registry in Barbados where if you're a sexual predator, nobody really wants you in their neighborhood. You have to live somewhere, granted, but you can't live within a certain distance of a school zone. You can't, you shouldn't be able to take your sickness and travel to other places and infect people with your sickness. And that's the kind of nastiness that's been pervasive in Barbados for a long time. I'm not trying to put the country down or knock the country. I'm trying to say that something must be done in Barbados to protect children. Something must be done in Barbados to protect children. That's where I start. That's my platform. That's where I'm coming from. And the more we tap dance around the issue, laugh when it isn't funny and scratch where it don't itch, and create minstrelsy out of a problem that has continuously plagued the children of Barbados, we do the country generationally, we do the country a disservice. It must be fixed. It must be spoken to. We need to be forward thinking as a country, and the House of Assembly and the Parliament of Barbados, led by Mia Amor Motley, should be more forward thinking to protect its most vulnerable citizens, children, elderly, women, against those people who are predators. We have people predating on children that are vulnerable. The type of psychological damage that would be incurred from what has been done to that young girl, 8 years old. How could anybody be so idiotic to put statutory in front of anything regarding the 8-year old? She cannot consent. How can she consent at 8 years old to a grown ass man? How, Barbados? How could that be right? That's wrong as two left shoes. That's totally unspiritual. And anybody who remains quiet on an issue like that is as culpable as the sicko that perpetrated that sickness on that child. Pure and simple, full stop.
Help me spread the word about Naked Departure via social media. Subscribe and share to show support and love for our channels.